Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。Hi, Scott. U.S. stocks traded higher today with Dow close above 19,000 for the first time and also SPX topped like 2,200. So it's like a very good day, but also does it look healthy to you?
I think it's a lot healthier than last time we were getting close to these levels. About a year ago, when we got near 2,200, there was 5 or 6 stocks or 7 stocks that were, propelling us higher. Now, you saw the headlines yesterday. The small caps at all-time highs, the financials rallying, the materials rallying, the Dow Jones 19,000, the S&P cash. So that means it's broad-based. Usually, when you have a broad-based rally, it continues. We've gone over so many plans and so many technical setups to get involved in post-election and prior to it. I'm hoping everyone's involved. You look here at the S&P cash, you go to this chart, it's a chart to love. I love pictures, and this is such a pretty picture. Look what happened here. Look at this descending trend line. All you had to do is take a ruler, draw this across. When it went above this and this trend changed, that was your signal to get long. Then we digested above it, and now look where we are. So for those people saying, how did this happen? You know what? You watch our show, you're educated. You know how it happened. Broke a downtrend, digested above it, now you're at highs, 2102. You look at the diamonds, very methodical, actually led the way. The Dow crossed above this threshold right here, held above it, then consolidated, let the 8-day catch up. Now here you are at 19,000. Okay, that's very good. Hopefully people that have been avoiding the market look at it and say, how do I learn how to get involved? And they start watching our show.
Yeah, maybe that's why at this point, a lot of people say maybe this is just a beginning because we see this shift among different sectors that are participating. And definitely we see some stocks are waking up today, for example, ACIA and also Tesla. How do you think about these two stocks?
Well, you have some stocks breaking out to highs and some are playing catch-up. And different sectors move at different times. And a few months ago, the new issues, which usually are the best new stocks or companies in the market, started to perk up. So sometimes you have breakout trades and sometimes just cash flow trades. So if you look here, ACIA, it was a new issue. It was a great stock for us for multiple months. This is when it took out the post-IPO high right here. Okay, and then look at the size of the move. Broke down right there. Now for the first time, it just reclaimed the 8 and 21-day moving average. So I think there's a trade. This trade could take you up to about $90 in ACIA. New, fresh company. If you look at Tesla, it's been very broken. Very, very broken. Why is it broken? Because it's below all the moving averages. But what did it do today? You know what? It perked up a little bit. So for a trade, maybe some of you guys got long. I've been long it for most of the day. This too could see some cash flow. So with the stock market making highs, you want to look for setups, not just look for tops. And those two stocks, I think, have decent setups.
And right now, as you just mentioned, we win 2 setups every day. And yesterday, when we talked about SPX top the new highs, we said Amazon's and Google's, they're just playing catch up. And today, how does that look like?
Well, they tacked on some more gains. So, yesterday I talked about getting long Apple and Facebook. Why? Because Apple took back the 200-day. Not a new high trade, not leading it, but when it took back the 200-day right here, that was a nice trade. Okay, then yesterday took back this 110.50. So now looks like it's coming into some resistance. So you want to make sure your entries and exits matter. So one good entry, another good entry, a little bit more room. You mentioned Amazon. Amazon has had a tremendous move in the last 6 days. We talked about it getting back to the 50-day, and look where it is, right at the 50-day. So this was your setup when it cleared this lower pivot. Held the 200-day, cleared the lower pivot. Now you got to be a little bit more careful because it's bigger resistance. Not leading, like we said, but it's hanging in there. Go to some banks real quickly. Okay, Bank of America. I talked about, I think next year this thing gets to 24. Okay, still trending higher. You look at JP Morgan. You know what? That actually looks a little bit better that it can continue. This just consolidated. What do I mean? Had a big move. Let the 8-day catch up. Perked up today. At some point, I think it goes above prior highs. So in this environment, traders are looking to make money every day. If you're a long-term investor, you've been investing for 10, 20, 25 years, you're in great gains. You lived through the tech bubble burst. You lived through the financial crisis, right? Financial crisis was 2007, 2008. Well, you know what? If you kept putting monthly inflows in that, you did just fine. If you got scared out and let the media tell you that the world was going to end, you know what? It didn't. So keep having a plan, know your time frame, tune into this show, and I'll try and lead you, or we will lead you to where you could potentially make some money, especially if you read the note. Note is very important. 20 to 25 names every morning, giving you if-then statements on how to navigate each and every day besides bigger time frames.
就像 Scott 所说的，每一天都有不同的股票在做着新的表现以及新的走势，所以这又是为什么您需要关注我们节目的原因。好的，今天节目就是这样子，我们明天再见。